Hello YouTube. Welcome to my channel. This channel is going to be for the common man, finding cheaply priced knives and seeing how high value they are. Just because a knife has a cheap steel or it doesn't have the greatest handle material does not mean it doesn't have potential. On this channel we're going to get the knife or a piece of gear. We're going to test it, see how it performs. And if it doesn't perform to our liking, we'll modify it to make it better. True, you can't change the steel of a knife, but you can always find ways to make it better or improve. And the first knife I want to start out reviewing is the CRKT Folts Minimalist. The first point I want to make about this is the sheath. It has a pretty nice Kydex sheath. It has 6 grommets and it comes with this belt loop. The retention and the lockup is great. You hear that snap? There's only one thing I don't understand about it though. I got the Bowie. This is clearly one of the other two minimalists in the line. This is clearly the Tonto. Now I don't understand why they put a Kydex sheath for the Tonto in with the Bowie. Maybe it's to save on money, but it doesn't make any sense. It also doesn't affect the lockup any. There's no play in this sheath. Okay, let's move on to the knife. First of all, its overall length is 5 inches. It has a weight of 1.6 ounces. Its thickness is 0.108 of an inch. The material is 5CR15 MOV steel. The blade finish is V-Blast. It has a Rockwell hardness scale of 55 to 57. It has a hollow grind. Like I said, it's Bowie. And it has these pretty decent micarta scales. I mean, for $20, it's pretty nice to come with micarta. It has these 3 deep choils for your fingers. It fits me very, very well. It also has this lanyard. Now, because it is a 3 choil knife, your pinky doesn't have anywhere to rest, so they included the lanyard. It doesn't really help with grip, but it just makes it more comfortable to hold. It also has this aggressive jimping. It's not too aggressive, but it holds your thumb in place. I mean, it's pretty sharp. That's the only thing I've done to this knife, is sharpened it. It's not hair shaving sharp because I have been using it. You'll see that in the next segment of this video. But when I have a knife, there are 3 common things I like to test it on before I take it out. The first thing is, can it cut cord? This is just jute twine. There's about 6 pieces there. No problem. That's child's play. The next thing, can it cut wood? This is a piece of fat wood. It took a pretty good chunk out. Let's see if I can use the chest lever grip. Took an even bigger bite out. And the last thing I like to test, because those 3 items are the items that I have on me at all times. It basically ensures me a fire. I also like to test a fire steel. Can it strike a fire steel? Yes, it can strike a fire steel on the spine. I haven't modified this whatsoever. This spine came that sharp. Now, I've seen a lot of reviews on this on YouTube. It's perfectly fine to talk about the knife. But if you don't go out and test it, you don't know how much abuse it can take. True, this is a neck knife. It's not meant to take huge abuse. But when I have a tool, I like it to be able to perform in rigorous conditions. Because if this is all I had on me, this very well could save my life in a survival situation. So I wanted to test this and see what it could handle. So let's go to the woods. Alright, we're back here. We got the Minimalist. Now, the first test we're going to start out with is we're just going to do a simple bark skinning test. Now, it does fairly well, but the 2-inch blade is really a hindrance. But again, I can't beat up on it too much because this is a neck knife and it's not intended for rough use. Maybe for a small bushcraft. Now I'm going to try and split this log. It does okay, but you really have to be precise because, again, that 2-inch blade. Now I'm going to try and make a feather stick. It does okay. I mean, it's not the best. I couldn't get really fine curls on it, but let's try and make a spear point. That's okay. I'll try one more cut with this. I'll try the chest lever grip, but this grip might be difficult because of these really deep finger choils, and you can only get 3 fingers on it. There's a lanyard for your pinky. It does moderate. Okay, well, I've had enough talking with this knife, so I'm gonna step out of the camera and let one of my buddies come in and see what he thinks about it.
Yep, Ted Rogers here from my buddy Jack Royal back there. So he wanted me to do my opinion on this knife. Now, personally, I like something bigger than of 5 inches. Now this is 2, but it can do some of the tasks a bigger blade can do. Now he showed that you can cut off bark pretty easily with there's no knots, but I wish it could do more things, but that's probably just because of its size. Now if you have bigger fingers or hands, and as you can see, it's kind of difficult for me to even wrap my hand around this thing, you might want to look at something different. It's really tiny. But I mean, that's for some people. I personally, I don't really like this. I would get something else. But yeah.